Hello, Garage Squad. Um, this is a application submission video that I have been planning for quite some time, actually. Um, I am submitting this on behalf of my father, who, in addition to just being a great all-around guy and father of three, big brother, oldest brother of 11 kids, has been in the car industry most of his life. Um, as I write in the application, he started off in auto upholstery, actually sweeping the floors of a shop when he was in high school, where he learned on the job after hours how to do auto upholstery. And so my brother, sister, and I, growing up as kids, always had cars around. They usually weren't our cars, they weren't hot rods that we owned until my dad started making a little bit of money. Um, and one of his favorite cars was the Nomad. He was always fondest of 55 of the three Tri-5 years, but we did own a 56 four door. We had a 57 210 at one time, a few of them, but Nomads were the ones I always remember standing out. Well, fast forward, all of his kids are now grown up, kids of our own. After having a freak accident, breaking his neck um, in his late 50s, he had to slow down, lost his business, and was a quadriplegic. And so he worked really hard at rehabbing himself and actually is back to being able to walk. It's now 19 years after his accident. They only gave him 5 years to live initially. And so every day is obviously always a blessing, but certainly in his case and in our case, having him around has been a blessing. Um, when he lost his businesses and started to be more mobile, he decided to get back into old cars. I mean, we had an old pickup, a 49 Ford pickup that he kept for decades, and that one was still around. And he started to use some of his settlement funds from the accident to buy some cars that he either had owned in the past or always wanted to own. And so he did. And his health started to degrade, and he started to think a lot more about his last few years left. And so he chose to gift three of his cars to his children. My brother got the 49 Ford. He always wanted it. He loved that truck when it was a green beat up farm truck on the side of our house growing up as kids. My sister got a 51 Tin Woody that she really liked and has three girls of her own, so she liked the fact that she could throw all five of them in the car together at once. Those two cars are both running, operational, and completely restored. I took the 55 Chevy Nomad, not one that he had owned for a long time, but I guess for about 15 years. It was a car he bought, had shipped to his farmhouse and put in the barn, and never did anything with. Often had people come over and offer to buy it from him, but that was his favorite year, and the Nomad was his favorite body style of the Tri-5s, and I guess as such it was mine too. Um, Nevertheless, the car's not operational, and my dad's health is getting worse, uh, you know, kind of each month, and he still thinks he can drive a clutch. This car happens to have a Muncie 4-speed in it, and well, I'd like nothing more than to see him behind the wheel and give him a chance to take it down the road, maybe go for a road trip, maybe go to a car show, do things we used to do when we were younger, and would like to do again with him. It'd also be great to see all three of his cars lined up and have the four of us take off on one of those adventures. He's big in rock and roll. Maybe go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on a long road trip. I don't know. Having two small children of my own, I haven't had the time, ability to be able to restore the car to a safe and drivable state where we could actually do that. So that's why I'm here. I'm asking for some help. I love your show. I love watching your show, especially the heartfelt moments when, for whatever reason, a family is reunited with a passion, a story, a vehicle, really that brings it all together. And I think you might find that our family and my dad are one of those such stories. Thank you.